Hi, welcome to this guitar lesson. In this video, I want to teach you and show you the basic of the basic about the guitar. Something that I, from my personal experience, know that is perhaps the most important. If you want to play guitar, you have to know the basics. So in this video, we're gonna go over a little bit of the music theory and how it implements itself on the guitar. So let's start. In the guitar, we have the body of the guitar, this area where the sound is coming from. We have the strings coming from all the way here until here. Actually, until where they're tied, but I will explain soon why I said until here. And then this is the neck of the guitar. On the neck itself, we have the frets, which are the metal pieces that divides the neck of the guitar into slices. We can call this one the first fret. The spaces that are between the frets are called bars. So these are actually called first bar, second bar, third bar, and on and on. And now the strings are different from each other. This is the bass, the lowest bass that we have. These three are bass strings, and they're made out of some metal. And these three are nylon strings. So we have E, A, D, G, B, and E. Now, what does these letters mean? Each letter represents a note. Note is what we have in music. La 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 la. Now I was singing notes. Actually, even when we speak, we're speaking in certain notes. Now, everything that has a pitch is a note. So, what determines the note here when we play the guitar, what decides which note we're playing is where we put our finger on the string. If perhaps we're not putting the finger at all, then now the length of the string is from here, where the string bends over this white piece, and until here, where it bends again on this white piece. From here until here is the length of the string now, and that determines that it would be playing this note. Now, if I put the finger now in the first or second bar, I will be making the string shorter, because if I put it here, I'm pressing here. Now this point until this point is the length of the string. Here is irrelevant for now. The note comes from this part. So we can already see that we're going to put our fingers on the neck of the guitar, and where we put our finger determines which note it is that we're playing. Now I want to say something more about notes. So notes are the sounds themselves that we're producing. I was now playing all the 6 strings, and each string is providing me with a note. Okay? Now, a very important thing is the gaps between the notes. Between one note and his neighbor note, the one closest to him, either higher or lower in pitch. There is a gap between them. There is some kind of gap. And in Western music, we use gaps of semitones, tones, 1.5. We have semitone, the half tone, is the smallest measurement that we have, is the smallest gap that we have. And then we have 1, 1.5, 2, 2.5, etc. So the frets on the guitar allow us to have the semitone gap very, very, very easily. Each bar represents a semitone, not less, not more. So if, for example, we are here now and we want to change the pitch 1 tone higher, actually all we have to do is to walk 1 semitone and another semitone, and we've achieved what we wanted. We are now 1 tone higher than we were here. So that's very important to understand, that the guitar is divided to semitone steps. Tac, tac, tac. From here until here I have 12 bars. Each bar is giving me a semitone. Now, when we talk in music in terms of high and low, we're not really, it's a bit disconnected from this high and this low, because look, for example, here is my lowest note on the guitar right now, okay, and it's here on the top, so can be a bit confusing, but this is the lowest note, okay, and this is the highest open string that I have. Now it's giving me the highest note that I have from an open string. What is called an open string? A string that my left hand is not pressing on at all. That's what we call an open string. And so that also indicates that when we go higher in pitch, da 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 da, we are either going on this direction or in this direction. For example, now I'm going to the side and the pitch is changing. It's getting higher and higher. And now I will do a combination of going to the side and down. This down, but up actually in pitch. And it happens all the time that we have the same note playing in different octaves, for example, E and E. Now, let me go deeper into that. So, the names of the notes are A, B, C, D, E, F, G. That's the names of the notes. That's how people in big parts of the world call them. In other parts, they're called Do, Re, Mi, Fa, Sol, La, Si. But we're gonna talk now ABC. Okay? So A, B, C, D, E, F, G are the names of the notes. Plus what we call sharp and flat. So, for example, between A and B, there is a gap of 1 tone. 1 tone. That means that actually there is another note in between them, because there is the half in the middle. So here is the A and here is B. So what is this one? This one is called either B flat. Flat is when we take something that is here and we're taking it down by half tone, so it's lower in pitch. So this one will be called either B flat because we took B and pulled it down by a semitone, or A sharp because we took A and we pull it up by a semitone. So we have A, B, C, D, E, F, G plus the sharps and the flats. But between E and F, there is only semitone. There is only half of a tone. Between B and C as well, there is only half. So actually, if I'm playing E and I want to get to F, all I have to do is put my finger on the first bar, raising the E by semitone, reaching to F. Okay, so there is no E sharp or F flat because of that. And the same thing with the B. So here was B, and C is right here, semitone higher. So these are the notes: A, B, C, D, E, F, G, plus the sharps and the flats. And this gives us all the scales that we have. And we're not gonna start learning the scales now, but I will go further and explain that what a scale is an octave from, for example, from A to A. Because we have only A, B, C, D, E, F, G, it means we're going in some kind of circle because there is more to go. And what is happening? We're just going back. After G, we're going back to A. So A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. But it's not really a circle because we're not really repeating the same pitch notes, the same notes with the same pitch. But we're repeating it with a higher pitch. So it's actually kind of like a spiral. We go from A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So it's either going up in the spiral or down. So a scale is from A to A, from B to B. That means 8 notes is one octave. Octave is what we call the gap between A and A, B and B. It's like the entire round in the spiral. And so in the scale, we're talking about the notes as an individuals. A is an individual note. B is individual. C is individual. C sharp is individual. Okay? So we have individual notes combined into one scale. The scale is something like the spiral that I just made the image of. And this is how we can create melodies, or with the scale we can create a melody. For example, la 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 la. This melody that I just invented was on some scale. Okay, 8 notes that were providing me of some guideline that I could walk through, path through, and create the melody. Okay, now chords are something a little bit different. Chords are the individual notes that we combined together in order to achieve something that will give us harmony, background, something that our melody will be displayed on. In most of most of the cases. So for example, I will play a chord. You hear it's like something like it's like a background, it's like a harmony, it's like one sound that is harmonious, or everything is going together good with each other, and on top of that I can add the melody. So the melody, for example, la 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 la. So I was just playing one chord, giving myself some kind of harmony, background to the story that I was telling with the melody that I was singing. So the melody is individual notes, ta 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 ta. Sometimes they can be a combination of two, ta ta. So that's a melody combining two notes at the same time. From three notes at the same time, we already name it a chord. So the chords, they are a combination of at least three notes together playing at the same time. And that's the very first introduction to music theory, guitar related, and the guitar itself, how it works. After learning this, we can start learning chords and how to play them. So see you on the next video, and I hope that this was helpful and clear. And if you have any questions, you're welcome to send them to me.